You can hear it.
We got a couple minutes, don't we?
What the fuck? Why is that on?
Want some more pop. Pop, 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 pop.
Soder. They wait until we go live. That's what they do.
Oh, that's why. That's why. All right. I didn't turn off the soundbar. That's why. I turned off the PS4, but not the soundbar.
Boom.
Wow, because drugs are bad.
Boom.
Whoa, we're live?
We're live.
Oh,
I said we're going live, and you both left the room.
I know. That was my mistake.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Fuck you! Oh, I
Fucking
can
thing
hear
sucks.
I can hear myself in the background.
Yeah, it's Adam. This happened
Is
yesterday.
that why? I can hear my voice.
Echo.
I
Echo.
guess we're live.
Echo.
Hi, Adam.
Echo.
Hi, everybody.
Drugs
Adam?
are bad.
What'd you
Drugs
do
are
last
bad for
night?
you.
What'd you do last night to get rid of the echo?
Why, am I echoing now?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Law.
Hold on.
At least you were. Maybe you're not now.
How
How
about
long-
now? How about
are
now?
It might have been your headphones next to your mic.
How about now?
We're good.
We're
Are
good?
you in that location forever?
Can you hear me now? How do I sound?
We're good.
That's
Everyone's
fine.
good.
Yeah, it's because I didn't turn my headset off when I walked away, and I had to
I think that's what it was.
That's what it was, yeah.
Okay.
Damn it!
We're live.
I mean, we're early,
Yay!
but we are live.
This is true.
Okay, guys.
Aren't you excited?
Let's do the theme song now. Let's do
I'm so
this.
nervous. I'm so nervous.
Why are you nervous? You should be.
There is nothing wrong with your podcast feed, but there is something wrong with your taste of podcasts. Unfortunately, now we are in control somehow.
Ow. Ah, fuck.
Anyway, do not attempt to turn off the podcast. Although you're fully capable of, we just really don't want you to. Welcome to LIW Anthology Series Review.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to LIW Anthology Series Review, episode 29. I am Phoenix West.
Take it.
And I'm Adam Wilcox because drugs are bad.
Drugs are
Man.
bad.
And Andy Garcia is hairy as fuck.
Andy Garcia as... I wrote Andy Garcia as Oscar Isaac as Al Pacino.
As Salazar, the drug dealer.
Was that his name? I didn't even get his name.
No, I'm making shit up.
Oh,
It seems
okay.
like every bad guy in a movie is always Colombian. His name is always Salazar, and he's always an over-the-top bad guy that acts like Mario Braga or something.
I just kept thinking he was going to talk to Sean Connery, and Sean Connery said, just what you need, another stinking whop on the team. But he's Colombian, so it doesn't make any sense.
Better than you stuck Irish pig.
Oh, I like him. I like him too.
You just
Today
joined
we
the
watch-
drug department.
Today we watch Alfred Hitchcock Presents from 1985, 108 Breakdown, a remake of 2 weeks ago when we did Breakdown from 55. That one's much better.
Well, I would say yes and no, because this was very, very, very dated, this remake.
Yeah,
This is,
that's what I was worried about.
This is Miami Vice meets Alfred Hitchcock.
They were going
Oh,
for Miami Vice thing.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
This is
connections.
what I find curious is we watched a 60-year-old show, 50-year-old show, however old that is, and it wasn't dated. And this is from a time when all three of us were alive, and it's dated. This
Mhm.
episode today.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. 80s are the worst.
Well, Phoenix, that's what happens when you try to make a remake of something to appease a newer audience because they don't think the original audience can handle the time period that's in it. We'll make a newer, better one. All you do is date your product.
I did appreciate the fact that they tried to make it modernized, even though it was kind of clunky.
There are some aspects of it that I like. But,
Yeah, I would say they tried.
but I agree it's not better than the original.
Oh, hell no.
That's
no.
not just my Joseph Cotton fanboy talking.
Yeah.
Either. That's yeah.
What's
I have-
this? Way more classier.
Yeah.
The other episode, the original.
I I have no allegiance, no feelings whatsoever on Joseph Cotton. The episode is just way better. It's shot way better. It's subtle. You actually care what happens to the character. I remember all three of us were kind of like, "Oh, he's gonna get out of this?" And like we're waiting. And this one, I'm like, "Oh, I don't give a shit."
I feel like too many things were injected into this that made it feel kind of bloated for no reason.
Well, should we break down the episode first before we
get down,
explain the storyline of what happened?
You're gonna have to constantly compare it to the original, so people know what we're talking to, though.
But then again, I mean, this storyline is completely different from the original storyline.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes,
completely. No. Well, true, but this one actually used real Mexicans as opposed to the last one.
He's in South America.
Yeah, well, whatever. It's the same thing.
They're Colombians.
They're Aztec.
What's the matter with you?
Take his pants. Take his clothes. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, there are some differences there, and it's structure-wise it's the same, but it has a different beginning. And then eventually it's the same thing, but stupid.
Does have an ending that really doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
Yes, and we're going to get into that.
We'll get to that.
Got some grievances, but let's go through this beat by beat here. It stars Mr. McAllister, John Hurd.
Who's R.I.P. He's dead.
Yeah, everyone's dead. Except Andy Garcia somehow.
Yeah.
And he's on the phone, and he's like Wall Street shaving, and he's like doing business talk, like, oh, business talk. And I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I was so bored for the whole episode.
Board meetings and phone calls. Yay!
Yeah, that's like the first. That's technically the first 3 minutes of the episode because it's only 24 minutes long.
And I was already bored.
It wasn't. Well, I was eating dinner, so I guess watching it, so it didn't affect me.
I was sitting here like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then eventually he gets off the phone. I don't know what he's doing, and he goes in the other room, and there's like a board meeting going on. And then they're like, "We're gonna do this," and he's like, "You're gonna have to for what you just spent." I'm like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I guess he's Crime Incorporated.
And then he just does this and wanders off.
That's good, John Hurt acting right there.
Except when you did it, it was funnier.
Yeah.
He looked more retarded.
Yeah.
You know what's kind of funny is I thought there was something else going on because I was watching it, and he's sitting there talking to him, and he's like, "For the price you paid, you're gonna have to." And I kind of looked down for a second. And I was like, "Oh, he's gone," and it was still in the same shot. And I was like, "Oh, is he imaginary?" And it created this whole world.
That's a twist.
So I rewound. I'm like, "Oh, he just wandered off."
Oh, they didn't turn off the camera yet.
Yeah.
But then he goes to South America to go talk to the business partner, who is Andy Garcia, and he basically tells Andy Garcia, "Congratulations, you're running the coke operation now because General Juarez or whatever is trying to crack down on the drug empire out here. So we'll take care of him, and you're going to be promoted. So you're our number one guy." In Colombia.
Let's just call him General Juan Valdez and be done.
Pretty much. I can't remember what his name was.
Yeah. Andy Garcia with a full beard.
A
white pimp suit on.
In about all of 5 lines.
Yeah. Really strange.
It's like, picture what you would cast as a Colombian drug dealer in 1985, and that's just what they dressed him in. Like, there's no subtlety. They're just like, he's a fucking drug dealer in Colombia.
Well, repeat your note that you wrote for his character.
Andy Garcia is Oscar Isaac as Al Pacino.
Yes.
Yeah. In Scarface.
Well, what is with Andy Garcia, man? It's like we really liked him in The Untouchables, and he just did a whole lot of nothing else. I kind of liked him in the first Ocean's 11, but he's still kind of just there.
I don't mind him in Godfather Part 3 as Sonny Corleone's bastard. I think he's fine in it. It's just not a great movie, but there's parts.
It's a bad script, yeah.
There's parts of Godfather 3 that's good. But there's parts that are just like, who cares?
I don't shit on that movie as much as a lot of people do. But
no, it's not a bad movie. It's just what ruins it is Sofia Coppola, and that's not her fault. It's just shit happened because Winona Ryder.
She's a better director than she is
absolutely, yeah.
She ruins it, and Andy Garcia is good in that movie, and I love the ending. It was a fitting ending for him. Yeah. He slumps over in a chair.
Yeah. And then you got Eli Wallach over here fucking slumming it in the corner. I'm like, he should have been front and center because he's fucking amazing at everything he does.
Well, he was old. He was getting his paycheck. He was like Mario
He was
Puzo.
good though, man. He really was.
He's
was
like
good
Mario
in that movie.
Puzo. He had to pay off his gambling debts. That's why he wrote Godfather 3.
He was my favorite character in Godfather 3. But yeah, Andy
Yeah.
Garcia, it seems like a lot of people were always trying to push him to be more than he ever actually lived up to be. You know,
He's supposed to be the new Al Pacino because he's literally the new Al Pacino in Godfather 3, and then he's very similar, and then he just kind of showed up. Like, he's in a good movie, a movie I like. I wouldn't say it's great, but Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead.
Mm.
Fun movie. Not a great movie, but it's watchable, and I like him in it.
Yeah.
That was back in the Scuzz era.
And he just fades out from there, and he does the Oceans movie, and he just shows up
Almost
almost
like
like
another
a
Oceans
cameo.
movie and another one.
I'm trying to think, what did he
Another
do
one.
in the 90s now? I'm trying to now. It is hard
Oceans.
to figure out.
Yeah,
Shit, Oceans was 2001.
yeah, you're right. The 90s and the 2000s were kind of
Yeah, I'm trying-
blur for me.
The movie I brought up is like 96.
Yeah. No, yeah. Like I said, it's the Scuzz era after Pulp Fiction. The 1994 to 1997 era of movie making, which you could probably say 98.
It wasn't super inspired by that or anything like that. It's not.
Well, it's just like crime movies, like underground gangster.
Oh
different.
yeah, that's when the
it's like-
Guy Ritchie shit was coming
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
And the
You even
Quentin
had
Tarantino's.
Fucking
and,
even Robert Altman did Kansas City and stuff like that. Like
Yeah, Eric Stoltz
Yeah.
killing Zoe or whatever, and
Zoe. That was
Zoe,
before.
yeah.
That was actually the year before Pulp Fiction.
Okay, fine.
Was that when True Romance came out?
94 was True Romance same
Yeah,
year.
right around there.
93.
Yeah.
So I think True. Oh, yeah, that's there at 93. I think True Romance is probably his best script.
Fucking right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Tarantino's best script.
I'm gonna go with From Dusk Till Dawn.
You're out of your mind.
Ah.
You're out of your mind.
I
Don't
love the
turn me into
dialogue
an old
in that
Jewish
movie.
lady. Ah.
Did you watch the show? The Dust Till Dawn the series on El Rey Network?
Hillary?
I watched the first season.
I couldn't do it.
It's gotta be rough watching anything on El Rey because there's a commercial every 3 seconds.
I liked his director series. That was a good one.
I like all the stuff they had on that channel, but man,
Yeah.
that's too many commercials.
Is that
Wow.
even still on? He doesn't have that channel anymore?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Do you even have regular TV? I know I fucking don't.
Well, that's- yeah,
I
well,
got rid of it like 2 or 3 years
My
ago.
parents still got DirecTV, so I know the satellite stuff from there.
I'm sure
American
it's still on
Picture,
there, yeah.
American Pickers on History Channel, and Pawn
Somebody in the
Stock.
comments section, tell if it's El Rey is still a thing because we don't.
Yeah.
we don't know.
And if it's you, Rodriguez, tell us about your Sin City tacos.
Do they still have Luchador Wrestling on that channel?
Yeah, probably do if it's still on.
They did. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
will
some other
say-
gangster movie.
Before we get too far and off track, this episode is available on YouTube, which is how we watched it. So is the original, I believe. So
Yes, it is. Yeah.
watch the original. Watch this before we get too far into this.
We didn't find the original. No, we found on the
Oh,
Peacock.
okay.
Yeah.
Was it?
They had-
Okay, I thought I saw that clip.
There are clips, but not
Okay.
the entire episode.
So the original's on Peacock for free, and then the remake is just on YouTube. You
Or
can
just
watch
go to the dollar store and find Alfred Hitchcock Presents on DVD, and you'll probably find it on there.
I would totally do it if I could.
Yeah, the 50 CD DVD
I
set.
could see Phoenix buying that. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Why not?
He likes his
I would.
collections.
I'm a hard copy guy. I don't like digital downloads.
You
And...
guys have more space than I do. That's the problem.
No, I'm a fucking hoarder. I don't have any space. I still buy it.
Although I don't think
Boy.
either one of you guys got Friday the 13th the series on DVD.
No, we're not that sick.
Yeah, we're weird. I'm weird.
I don't want it.
Yeah, I don't need it. I can't
I'm
have that.
happy to have it.
Yeah, Adam loves himself some Friday the 13th.
I will admit that when I talk about that show, it is completely through rose-colored glasses. It's not that great,
Yeah,
but I like
yeah.
it. Yeah.
But it was
This-
the episode we did was fine. It was
Yeah.
way better than Tales from the Crypt.
There's ones that are better than that, but we'll find them eventually when they come up on the wheel.
Well, luckily I changed the format, so now we draw the show at random, and then you pick the episode. So
Yeah,
if you get it again, you get to pick the episode. So.
I'll pick one. I'll pick us out a good.
It's like playing with a loaded gun.
I have one in mind right now. Yeah.
It's a loaded gun, but you know where the bullet is.
Yeah, the bullet's going to go right in your thigh, and it won't
Yes.
kill you, but you'll be in
You choose
pain.
where you shoot it. But you
Exactly,
have to
yeah.
Makes it more interesting.
well, let's get back to the actual episode.
Yes.
So he takes over the drug cartel, Andy Garcia, that is.
This is in like literally 45 seconds of screen time.
I literally have a note. Holy shit, this is boring, and I realized it was 4 minutes in because it is long shots of watching John Hurt drive through town, and like little kids with like fake wooden machine guns, like bah, 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 bah. And then he's driving, and then he gets out of the car and he walks through the whole palace, the drug dealer palace that's in every 80s drug dealer thing. And he walks in there, and eventually Andy Garcia's like, "Oh hey," and he's like, "Hey, I found you. Cool, you're gonna take over drug operations." Okay, cool. I'm like, oh my god!
All of that just for that little bit of setup. Yeah,
so unnecessary.
Got to show them mixing the snow, you know.
And then literally, he gets in the car, he drives down the road, and he's instantly arrested by the General Juan Valdez, El Patron.
Do you think that was kind of a fake out for in case you were aware of the original, how that plays out? Where you think Andy Garcia is going to be the one that gets the crash?
No,
I almost did. I honestly did.
Because they went too out of the way to show set up McAllister as the rich asshole at the beginning, so it was already clearly. Now, had it been Andy Garcia who got in the accident, that would have been an interesting twist.
Also, if they would have done this, and this comes in later, I think you would have had more sympathy for that character as opposed to John Hurt. I don't care that he's paralyzed. As opposed to Joseph Cotton, you do care because Joseph Cotton was a bad guy, kind of, but
kind of a dick.
He's more human on a redemption arc. This guy,
this guy's just an asshole.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he's just a criminal, awful human being.
What John Hurt did was he was in the '80s and he's a business guy. That's a bad guy right off the top. And then the next thing he did was usurp. What's his name?
Andy Garcia
gets him arrested, and he's like, he's going to spend the rest of his life behind bars. And I'm like, or in a South American prison or some shit like that. He's reveling in it.
Well, I did like the callback to the original episode where he said, "And I heard he cried. He cried like a baby." I hate that when people cry.
That
was kind of a neat little.
But you have to have that too because that's the whole point of the breakdown. You
exactly.
You have to set that up. If you left that out, you just screwed up already.
Not necessarily, though. Because in this version, it really doesn't do anything.
No. And
we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah.
Because it does not have the same effect at all.
Okay. We have a complicated series of grievances and applause. For this.
Yeah. This episode kind of is confusing my brain a little bit because there's things I liked as far as they could be a little edgier. But where they went with the edginess, I didn't care for it. So
yeah,
would you say they went a little too far at points?
I think at the end,
yes,
it didn't make any sense.
Okay, we'll get there.
We'll get there. Yeah.
So Andy Garcia gets arrested. We cut back, and like we talking about, John Hurt's on the phone. He's like, "Oh, he's gonna spend the rest of his life behind in a South American prison, and he's crying like a bitch. I loved it." And you're like, "Okay, here we go." And I'm waiting for Andy Garcia to like do something, but that was just set up. And then we have John Hurt who decides to drive 120 miles through South American jungle and dirt roads. And then I'm like, here it comes. And then he comes to a stop because they're doing construction, just like in the original. It's fine.
It's a chain gang.
Yeah, it's a chain gang.
They took it a step farther with that too. Like he's gonna. It's like I got time to wait all day. And revs up the car and speeds through and gets the exact same accident.
But I love that he yells, "Come on, chain gang!" So we know the chain gang. It's like, okay.
I'm sure they're going to listen to you like, who? Right away, balls. Working it off, balls.
Yeah, they're waiting for them to back up the backhoe, and then he's just like gets too impatient, hits the gas, spins out in the dirt, drives forward, hits the stunt pole because the backhoe starts moving, and it's only a pole there designed to flip the car over, and just flips over, and he kills the prison guard, and everyone else runs off, just like in the original. Only the accident, I like the accident in the original because it was believable enough where it shoved the drive shaft up in the steering wheel up into his neck.
Yeah. It also showed it from the driver's point of view. This one decides to go from the action point of view.
It's 80s.
Yeah, you want to see that car flip over. You want to see the fucking metal get twisted.
We want true car chase action.
Which, by the way, how uncomfortable was that, John Hurt in that position, like upside down. That looked like he was uncomfortable for about half this episode.
Good.
That was not a nice angle. But how funny was it though when the Mexican banditos came back and they pull him out of the car? It's like, oh, don't worry about my spinal injuries, guys.
Yeah.
He's going, rip him out of the car.
Actually, what cracked me up right away, like I laughed out loud because I knew what the fuck was going on, because it's like my logic brain starts kicking in. They take his clothes off, but then they replace his clothes with older,
theirs.
shittier clothes, because you can't be having John Hurd naked on national TV.
Movie. Yeah, the whole
Reality,
show.
that motherfucker would have been naked as the day he was born, laying in that fucking road.
So instead, out loud,
funny.
he's like, "They're taking my clothes. Why are they putting me in their clothes?" Come on.
Like, how much effort would that take to put somebody else's clothes on some dead guy? Like,
how does this guy have the
fucking
same
bother
waist size as me? He's a prisoner, and I'm a
all
rich
they would
white
have to
guy.
do was just throw a blanket on him. Nobody will fucking notice him, and then walk off.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's just dumb.
It's
It's
fucking
silly,
Colombia. Leave him naked. Nobody gives a
right? I'm sure there's people in Colombia that don't even fucking wear clothes. Come on.
And then I started laughing when the kids came and robbed him, because I kept thinking of No Country for Old Men, where he's got the bone sticking out, and then the kid goes, "That fucking bone! You got a bone sticking out your arm, Mister." I would love to have had that happen in this episode.
Yeah,
This
is rib cage popped open out of his chest.
This is like Pablo Escobar taking over Colombia era. Leave it there. Nobody's gonna say a word. Like,
that's the thing too that we've kind of forgotten about, is how much of a trope that was in the '80s. Like, everything was Pablo Escobar in this, Escobar in that, and General Juan de Valdez over here, and everybody from Colombia is a bad person.
Which, if you've been to Colombia, is about 80% true.
I've never been there, but they
I haven't
make
been
some
there.
great coffee though. Holy shit!
I haven't been there.
great Coke.
I've been to Guadalajara, but I have not been to Colombia.
I've been to Cuba. I've been to Puerto Rico.
I've been there.
I've been to Mexico. I have never been to Colombia.
I've never been to any of these places.
You need to get out.
I do, just not south of the border.
No, yes, it's not. It's really uncomfortable. That's probably the worst.
I don't deal with corrupt police well, and every horse here in Mexico is.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem. Like, we went deep into Guadalajara, I think because I was so deep into it, it wasn't that bad. But I had a nice time. All the food was all good. Everyone had bottled water. It was good. There's no,
It's always the police guy's always it's always the police captain walks through. He's always got a cigarette. Like, so you think you have some rights, eh? You're not in America anymore, gringo.
How much money you want for your girl? She's in the cage. How much you want for her buck?
You both are doing flawless Mexican accents.
Yeah. This is the game we play in this Guadalajara prison cell, my friend.
Adam's essentially doing Speedy Gonzalez. You're doing like German. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm a phone call. When I say you get a phone call, I say
I used to live in Germany. Now I live in Mexico.
Mexico.
Don't tell anyone. Shut up. I saw that meme today where your great-great-grandpa from Argentina asked him if he's ever been to Germany, and it looks like Hitler as an old man goes, "Nein!" That's funny shit.
If you go shoot, don't talk.
Yeah. Classic.
Mama.
So John Hurt is naked, lying on the dirt with prison clothes
by. That was kind of a cool shot.
Yeah, it's the lizards and stuff. So and then the ambulance comes, pick the it's not even an ambulance. It's the coroner.
Before that, the kids show back up. The
kids
have a gun, and they steal his suitcases.
Yeah,
and the
suitcase is radio.
And he kept going, "Kid, touch me, kid, touch me, kid,
kid, please touch me."
Oh no!
Wow. And the guy goes, "Don't touch him. It's a curse. You don't touch the dead body."
Find my package, kid.
He's not from Temple of Doom, Dick.
I know. That's why I did it. That's why I did it.
I know.
I did it on purpose.
But one kid's like, "Don't. It's bad enough to touch your body. Don't do it." And then the kid's like, "Okay." And they back away, and then that's when the did we even see the ambulance? Oh yeah, the cops show up and everything,
Yeah,
and they just
get him out of there.
This
all
is what
the way like roadkill.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
But-
He's tapping his finger.
yeah.
He's tapping on the dirt.
What's that
And he realizes
noise?
he can do that. Yeah. No.
This is the part that I think they failed the hardest at in this version compared to the original. The original was so tense when he's like tapping his finger on the dashboard, and this one is just like he's tapping it. And
It's
I remember the
just
original
dirt.
sound; they removed all the sound except those big sounds when they show up, and he's like, they're gonna hear me," and it was like you hear like the of the machinery, and this one's just kind of like, and they just take him out of there. I'm like, all the tension was gone right there.
Yeah. I think that's probably the biggest takeaway from the remake of the original was that there's just no tension. It's a standard. This is paint by number story. It's done. Move on to the next scene.
Because even if there is tension as far as are they going to find out, I didn't care if they did.
Yeah,
I didn't care if they found out he was alive.
Yeah,
Fuck
because
this
he's an asshole.
Fuck him.
He was a bad guy from the first
He's
fucking
even
opening
an
moment.
asshole when he's crippled because he's like, I'm gonna find you kids. I'm gonna get all you guys. I'm gonna get all. And like, Jesus.
That's
dude.
why. That's why though.
You're not in a position to be saying you're going to do anything right now.
That's why, as I was watching the episode, I'm thinking there's going to be a twist. He's going to get cut open or something because this is going to be the same ending.
Yeah, I
where
thought they were
the tear is going to do
operate on
something.
him. Then I thought,
That's
no,
why. Yeah,
this is national TV. They can't do that. But I'm like, wait, they just fucking.
I thought that was because he's just not worth liking. The whole episode, he's an asshole, and he's talking about I'm going to find those convicts and I'm going to find those kids and I'm going to kill them when I get out of here and blah blah blah. Like he's just going on about revenge.
And his voice was going way high too.
Yeah.
Like he was kind of overdoing it in that part. He's like, I'm gonna get you guys. I'm gonna get you.
I'm going to kill you, Kevin.
I wrote down, I think Andy Garcia did his yell acting. It sounded more like Andy Garcia than it did John Hurd.
Well, and that's the end of the episode. He goes to the morgue. At first, it's the reversal. He's got the tear, but there's the fan is dripping water. So the doctor says, "That's a fan, S.A. Don't listen to his. Don't look at that. It's a fan." And then he goes, "I don't think it's the fan."
Now, I did like the part where the other guy is trying to start the fucking drill, and the drill won't start.
Yeah, exactly.
That worked for me. I like that.
That was good. Yeah, that was good.
That was like one of the few fucking things where I'm like, that's pretty cool right there.
Did you notice it wasn't even a drill? It was literally a jigsaw.
Yeah, it was something really crude and awful.
It was something really rusty, man. It
That's
looked like it was just made out of tetanus.
You use on like roofs and stuff, and so you can things you can barely reach. But this guy's like got this sort of thing. You're not going to use that in an autopsy. What the fuck's he's just waiting to cut him up for meat? I don't know.
Yeah, we're going to cut four quarters.
Yeah, it's just some shit that was thrown in the parking lot of Home Depot, and he just fucking stole it and decided to use it. You know?
This is a racist episode for no reason.
Oh, they don't have Home Depot in Colombia. They're too lazy.
No.
Ah!
Oh
no! He went there.
Oh.
He went there. Bunch of bad hombres.
Casa Depot. Okay.
Casa Depot. Casa de Depot. But yeah, and then he gets the tear in his eye, and the guy goes, "No, he's alive. He's alive." And then they transfer him over to a medical school.
Is that what happened? Because to me, it just looked like they put him in another room. I mean, all these rooms are lit exactly the same.
Because the guy's talking in the episode, the guy walks away because the subtitles are on it, and he goes, "Usually the students need a dead corpse. This guy's still alive, blah, blah, blah." I was like, well, what does that even mean? He's in a school, or what is this?
Because here's why I don't understand. Because when they first haul him in, he's like, oh, it's awfully quiet in here. And what it looks like they're dragging him through is like a fucking methadone clinic. There's like people.
Well, that was the first time. That was the first time. Yeah.
But the walls and everything looked exactly the same when they
goes to the morgue
room.
in the different building, which is probably the same set. Yeah. That's why
he goes to the morgue.
They save money.
Cry. The guy realizes he's alive, and they fucking Ecto-1 shows up and takes him somewhere else, which is the prison. They take him to the prison because that's why Andy Garcia is there.
Oh, that's what the fuck it was. See, that was not made clear to me. I lost it. Yeah.
He had a work for me. He goes, do they think I'm a prisoner? I'm not.
Okay. Yeah. See, that was not made very clear. That would have made a lot more sense to me for the final scene.
He had a line.
I still don't agree with it, but yeah.
That's why only reason I know what happened because he had that line. It's still unclear why they took him to a prison.
Well, he's dressed up as a prisoner, remember? So they must think he's a prisoner, even though he's a white guy.
Okay, well,
whatever.
see, there's something else that wasn't made clear. So they dressed him up in prison clothes.
Made clear. We just didn't think about it.
No. But actually, the suspension of disbelief, though, is it's John Hurt. He doesn't look like a Colombian chain gang guy.
But
whatever, it's fine.
They want to know who the fuck are you before we let you go. That makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
But they put him in a room, and all of a sudden another guy walks in, and I was like, Garcia.
Andy Garcia, yeah. And it was, and he takes the scalpel, and he goes, no, and that's the end of the episode.
It was fucking stupid.
And I was just like, oh.
The only thing that makes me angry about like worse than shows I don't like is when you're liking something or you want to like something and they go a step too far and they ruin it. Like this episode, I was constantly going between like 6 and 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6. Winded up on a 6 as soon as Andy Garcia walked in. I'm like, that was just dumb. It was predictable and dumb. And a step too far.
I wrote like early on when my notes was like, this is gonna have a different ending than the original.
Yeah, it kind of has to, though. It has to.
Not really. I mean,
but this was, they went so far out of their way to make sure the prisoners put their clothes on him.
Yeah.
Make sure that the guy realizes he's alive. They realize he's a prisoner, as they think. And then
so it's setting up for that, so that makes sense.
And why is Andy Garcia already in the prison so long that he's able to walk around on his own? It's beyond me.
There you go, suspension of disbelief.
He's a Colombian drug lord, and he had some kind of hole in there.
Is it kind of like Goodfellas, where they have their own kitchen? They can slice the onions really thin?
Yeah.
Don't put too many onions in the sauce.
I don't put too much onions in the sauce.
I use 3 cans.
Yeah.
I want my steak medium rare. Oh, an aristocrat.
Is it that? Is that? Because I'm fine with that, but we didn't see any of it.
No, we didn't see any of that. Well, what I don't understand is, how does Andy Garcia know that John Hurt?
Oh, Dick froze.
There and he gets.
We got a frozen dick on our hands.
Oh no! Another one?
Is this not the ambulance that picked him up?
I'm alive!
Pretty much.
Hey, wow, that's vintage.
Yeah, I don't have the doors.
That's fine. You get them from eBay for $500 a piece. Makes no noise, huh?
I was gonna say when you push the button, does it go?
There's no button. It's missing that piece too.
Oh well, you got a shell. Please tell me you paid like $3 for that.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, fine.
But I have like 15 Echo ones. So.
Oh shit, that's cool. Are you gonna get the new ones coming out? Are you gonna get that one too? That's not built to scale for the figures, which is everybody's pissed off about.
Yeah, it's gonna have little seats in there for the little actors.
It's for the 3 3/4 figures, not 6-inch figures, I guess.
I even had.
Oh my god.
Let's just have Playmobil.
Oh no!
Female ghost.
Oh no! God no!
This is how it opens.
I bet you got that one really cheap.
Oh yeah.
But you don't have a fat Stellan Skarsgård that can float.
Those fucking Ghostbusters 2016 figures were on clearance like almost a week after they were in the store.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And I bought them all.
Yeah, they were cheap. Yeah.
Oh god, maybe the ghosts.
But yeah, they were
by the ghosts, not the fucking chick Ghostbusters who were terrible.
Yeah, whatever.
Unless you're gonna shoot them with a BB gun.
Yeah.
Let's all talk at once.
What's that?
Let's all talk at once real quick. So
I like best about the
I like Andy Garcia.
So it was over. Queef, it came out the front end.
Oh, Andy Garcia's in Ghostbusters, the female remake.
Oh my god, you're right.
It's circles. It's
the Connect circles back. He had connections to the.
Don't call me the man from Jaws. Never call me the man from Jaws.
Ah, movie references, fun.
I hate that movie.
I hate the fact that they don't shut up.
Yeah, that's why we're doing that, right?
Yes.
Just, all right, turn on the camera. Ladies, be funny. Keep being funny. Camera's still rolling.
I was open-minded when it came out. I went and saw it.
Oh, it's such a joy to work with these women. Oh, they're so funny. I'm just inspired. I'm so inspired.
I was seriously frozen dick face the whole time, especially with Chris Hemsworth.
You're frozen dick face anyway.
He has. It's named my cat. My cat. His dog.
What the fuck is that? It's not even improv. It's not funny. It doesn't make any sense. It's like madness. It's like
Oh my god, Chris Hemsworth is so funny. Oh, he's so funny.
Now I understand why that guy hates Thor Ragnarok so much.
Yeah, I get it now too. He's right.
I love Thor Ragnarok.
I like Thor Ragnarok. I don't understand why he hates it so much, but I get where he's coming from.
He hates it because it was he traces that back to the big change that Marvel just kind of turned over to quick.
Right.
It's because of Ragnarok. Because Ragnarok made so fucking much money. And actually, you can even trace a little bit of that back to Guardians of the Galaxy, which I fucking adore the shit out of. Yeah. But that kind of had a lot of humor in it that worked. Okay, it worked within the context of the movie. Whereas Ragnarok is mostly central comedy.
Exactly.
A little bit of action elements.
That's why I like Thor Ragnarok, because I don't really
care.
But
the reason he doesn't like that is because they took that formula and they applied it to everything afterwards. So
yeah, well,
he liked Marvel up until that point to where you used to put that in there to relieve tension, not just have that be the focal point.
I'm fine with it. I like those movies after. So just an opinion I don't agree with, but do you remember Thor 1 where Kenneth Branagh made like a Shakespeare movie set with Thor?
I kind of liked it.
Fucking boring.
I haven't watched that since I bootlegged it and watched it on the computer.
The second one was boring as fuck.
Yeah, I don't hate the movie by any means, but Thor is so flat.
I actually like the second Thor movie.
The first Thor movie is like he's
I don't mind it.
He's a pompous ass and he's on a redemption arc, and it worked.
It's fine.
Also, the third one does not have Natalie Portman, which is always good for me.
Well, I agree with that.
She's can't wait to see Love and Thunder.
She's fucking annoying.
I hate new Thor.
I used to love Natalie Portman, like as a boy, prepubescent boy, in love with that girl that she'll never get. And then the more I got to know about her and who she is and what she is, and what a fucking cunt.
Yeah,
it was better when she was Leon the Professional.
Yeah,
exactly.
Then she went into Star Wars.
Heat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Heat was good too.
When she fucking tried to kill herself, and she bleeds out.
I wish Jane in Thor slit her wrist and put herself in a bathtub instead of the girl from Heat.
But now she's going to star in the new Thor movie, and
she's going to hold Mjolnir or whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah,
that's what.
Kids. Did the kid
ruin it?
Make her do that? I don't know why. She clearly doesn't want to be in them.
No, she came back because she wants money, because Marvel became so much bigger. Marvel became so much bigger after Thor 2, and she was pissed off because Patty Jenkins didn't want to do it, and she backed off or left the project, and a man came to direct it. And then when you try to say, well, Natalie, why don't you hire female directors to do your movies that you produce? Oh, wait, you don't do that. So shut the fuck up.
Jane Got a Gun.
Jane Got a Gun is shit.
Nobody saw it.
I did see it. It's shit.
I never even saw Annihilation.
It was on Netflix. It was on Netflix.
A couple people told me to watch that one. I just never watched it. It's in my queue. But
Annihilation's fine.
Annihilation's
okay. Yeah.
Alfred Hitchcock. Alfred Hitchcock.
Okay. Alfred Hitchcock is dead by the time this remake comes out, and you can see why.
Do you think he saw that? He saw the remake and he said, fuck this.
The ghost of Alfred Hitchcock saw the remake and he said, these fucking idiots are fucking...
He tried to roll over in his grave, but he just couldn't.
Because it's too big?
It's a step too far. I think the whole Colombian thing is they just shoved it in just for the sake of that was like the thing at the time. You know, it's like, let's make it more intrigue. Let's make this guy more of a weasel, and you know, it's because I'm thinking like, wait, now he's a drug dealer too. I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, I got the whole shrewd businessman. It's like you nailed your point, but this one just wants to beat you the fuck over the head with like, this is a bad man. Drugs are bad for you.
This is back when movies had more staying power, so they're like going. This is 5 years after Scarface, but they're still trying to do that.
This is 22 minutes of member berries, you know.
Why it's more Miami Vice? Isn't that the same time period as Miami Vice?
But Miami Vice wasn't this gritty. Like
also, Miami Vice had a lot of cool music to carry it through being kind of an okay, mediocre cop show. You know what I mean? It was like a visual thing. It was Michael Mann, you know.
They didn't have what was that scene? Remember that my favorite scene is Scarface, where they hang what's his name out the helicopter.
Oh, F. Murray Abraham.
Remember I remember I was really drunk at your house once, and I skateboarded home on Hollywood Boulevard, and it was raining, and so it's a marble sidewalk, and I slid, and F. Murray Abraham caught me, and he's like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" And I was like, "Hey, you saved my." And I was gonna say something, but I was so out of it.
I loved you in Mozart.
I was like, "Oh," now I'm looking at him like, "Oh, he's an old man. I could have killed him."
Probably could have.
Yeah, only hit and run on a skate death.
F. Murray Abraham died today by some kid on a drunk kid on a skateboard.
Yeah.
Down with the kids on skateboards in Hollywood, I say.
They were doing some event, and it was so random, and I was like,
what was the Chinese theater?
What?
It was probably the Chinese theater. It was probably a movie.
Right outside Grauman's.
Yeah. No, the good old days.
That's the problem with this one, though, is the fact that McAllister, he never feels any kind of remorse at any point.
No.
And that's what difference from the original. In the original, he's in a position where he has no control over his situation. A guy that's used to getting his way has lost all control of everything.
It worked.
It worked.
Yeah. Everything they set up with the character pays off, but they're not going, you get it?
No.
They're kind of like, he's this guy, he's a big head honcho. We don't exactly know what he's doing. I don't remember his exact career. Do you guys?
Well, the original?
Yeah. Do they really make it?
I
feel like he's like a book publisher or something because he's finding some book dealer or manager or something.
Owns a big corporation of some sort.
Something big.
It was
press or something.
50s business guy, which is fine. When I say business talk in the beginning of this episode, it's because they were so unspecific, and he's like going, "We got to get him out. Oh, we'll get that account." Like it felt like they're doing that, and I'm like, they're not going to do what he does.
I was waiting for him to hang up with Martin Sheen and fucking what's his name from Wall Street.
Terrence Stamp.
Terrence Stamp and
Gordon Gekko.
We're going to make the deal with you, Gordon.
Yep, that guy.
Bud Fox, Gordon Gekko.
Bud Fox.
Animal names. You
get
it?
Oh my god, I hate Charlie Sheen. That movie so bad.
Wall Street.
Charlie Sheen's a terrible actor.
I prefer the Wolf of Wall Street to that shit.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
The Wolf of Wall Street's great.
It's not even close.
Yeah, not even close.
But yeah, you're right though, Phoenix. I feel like this script, it's like they're rolling the script up and hitting you on the head with a fucking rolled up paper like you're a dog and you don't get it. Like, get it.
Well, this is back in the day of studio notes, and this show's cerebral enough, but the dumb fucks who watch it at home, they're too stupid to get it, so fucking make sure they know.
I mean, were we supposed to cheer when the drug dealer, Andy Garcia, who we've hardly met in this fucking episode, gets his revenge? Because I felt nothing. Not a fucking thing. Yeah.
He shows up, and I expect him to be like, by the way, my name is Bud. My name is Buck, and I'm here to fuck. Like, it felt like that.
That was going to happen in the 1985 episode, yes.
I'm Buck, and I love to fuck.
I spent way too much time before I went into the chat here today going, my name is Phoenix. I'm here to, like, I was coming up with a name like, fuck it, Phoenix Inner Monologue West. That's all I'm doing.
But lazy, like the script.
So is your house empty now, or is it still filled with women and children?
My house?
Yeah.
It's filled.
Is it?
They went bowling right now.
Oh my God.
But, yeah, it's overrun with Hawaiians.
I'm in a house full of people too, dude. Yeah, I'm in a house full of people too.
I got nobody here but my lonesome self.
I'm technically sitting outside, but thankfully it's 70 degrees outside tonight.
I have
freezing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people.
Holy shit! How many bedrooms do you have?
3.
Okay, and you're
3
alone.
living rooms too. So.
Oh shit, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
This is technically a sunroom.
That's an add-on, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an add-on.
Oh shit, that's pretty big though.
Yeah,
it's a lot bigger than I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was like a corner of a little shit shack.
No, I just sit here because it's closest to the outlet.
Oh yeah.
This fucking laptop has a shitty battery.
All
this technology, you can have a phone that'll last for 2 days, but a laptop will still die in 2 hours.
Yeah,
it's fucking depressing.
I gotta get a desk set up so you don't have to see my fucking fridge and my Hoosier.
I have one in Florida. Yeah.
My bathroom.
I have a Mac laptop, and that thing will run for 3 weeks without me having to charge it.
fucking.
No, this one's not that good.
This is a nice computer,
Alfred
but it just
Hitchcock.
has a shitty battery.
I thought we were done. That was it. It's over. Andy
What's
Garcia,
happened
the
to it?
end.
My last note for the episode.
Oh yes.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
That's yeah.
So Andy Garcia unrolls all these tools, and he's gonna cut him up. And he grabs a scalpel, and he's just like,
Yeah.
"Ah."
Yeah.
And I didn't care.
How did he know he was there?
This is why we always complain about you shouldn't fucking remake things that are already good, okay? Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to replace your original audience with a new audience by using somebody else's material from the old audience. And what you do is you get a watered-down version that maybe appeals to 3 or 4 people, but not everybody.
Okay.
It's the same
Good
thing we
thought.
go through when they remade. But what you do when you want to remake something good is you should take something that's kind of okay and make it better, or make it completely different. Like we were talking about earlier with It, the first It movie that came out in 2017. We like that one because what they did is they cut out the adults, which for me was always the problem I had with the original miniseries. The adults were boring, the kids were fun. I liked the whole thing with the kids. So they made that movie just about the kids, and that was before we got sick of the whole formula with Stranger Things and everything. It worked. It made things scarier because when you look at scary things through a child's eyes, it makes everything infinitely way more scary because the world is big and they don't understand it. And now they got this evil, omnipresent force coming after them too, and then nobody believes them. So
How much more
that's how you do a remake.
In the remake of the second one, they should have had Seth Green play one of the adults. That would have been a cool callback.
That was part of the problem. The cast was kind of underwhelming.
He's too
And
short.
They could have afforded anybody too, and they just didn't. They didn't go.
No,
for it.
I thought the original Ben was going to be Chris Pratt. That would have been genius.
Isn't
And-
Ben the
and-
black kid?
Whatever. No, it's Mike.
No, it's Mike. Yeah, you're
Mike's the black kid. The
The
poor
biggest,
and then
the
he
biggest
fucking did him
letdown,
wrong
though,
too.
man, is you
right.
have
He wasn't there.
a budget because it made a fucking shitload of money on a nothing budget, and you had the money this time. You had the budget. You had the production company all behind it.
Hey,
But you could have made its final form so much scarier than the fucking Disney villain that we got at the end of fucking chapter 2.
I hate to break it to you. It's written by the guy that wrote the fucking Nun in the Annabelle movie, I think. So you
But
got a hack writer to do the adaptation. You're gonna get a hack movie. I'm sorry.
to be fair, I am
You're not
terrified. I've always had a phobia and a fear, and I don't know why. Of
Of
Paul
bad acting.
It scares. He scares the shit out of me. Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan.
So funky.
I just think of pancakes when I think of Paul Bunyan.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
The Paul Bunyan thing was like the least terrifying thing in the movie for me.
It
Or,
was
or
comedic.
flapjacks. Flapjacks. That's what I think.
It was comedic. Didn't feel like a real scene. It felt like I was out on the spoof movies.
Yeah.
Well, it's in the book, so that's why it's in there.
Well, so was a
It
lot.
is. Yeah, it's stupid. It should have been.
Well,
It's
that's the
dumb.
thing is
The kids didn't fuck.
sometimes
Well,
a director
they
knows
should
how to,
have.
sometimes a director knows how to take the book and edit it down into a movie that fucking works.
Harry
His
Potter
name is
movie.
Stanley
example.
Kubrick's Shining, okay? Almost near fucking perfection. Nothing like the fucking book, thank God.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I think adaptation should be your version of it, not the cut and paste version of it.
Yeah.
Like,
I would argue that
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg's version of Jaws is better than the novel.
sure.
You have to make an interpretation, not a literal transfer to the screen. Because you're
Right.
just going to be like,
Sometimes things don't work. I mean, I think he felt like he was probably going to let down the fans if he didn't follow the book too closely, but maybe he followed the book too closely, and maybe the book is bullshit.
I'm going to use a controversial example here because I know you guys don't like fantasy. But Fellowship of the Ring is probably the best adapted work I've ever seen. Because they distilled that fucking book into a great movie.
but then
And-
they ruined it with Hobbit.
Well,
had to.
they ruined it
Made
with
money.
The Hobbit. Yeah, don't talk about that. Even though,
This is why I'm glad we're on this subject right now. This is why I fucking hate franchises, because franchises ruin everything. It's like the first thing made money. You can make 3 of them. If you get 3 of them that don't suck, you have a miracle.
Yeah.
Don't fucking make any more, but they always do, and they always suck.
Die Hard, Indiana Jones.
yeah, those are the 3 best ones.
After the first 3, I don't want to watch anymore.
The Terminator 1 and 2. Everything after Terminator 2 is bullshit and should not exist.
I don't hate T3 though. I enjoy it.
It's stupid, but
It's fun. I don't mind
it's a
it.
good B movie. You can watch it, but it's not a B movie.
I feel the same way about Jaws. All the Jaws sequels are fucking garbage. They're different levels of garbage, but they're all garbage.
Yeah.
Same way with RoboCop. I do like RoboCop 2, but it's vastly inferior to the original.
Of course,
way.
I don't think it's vastly inferior.
Alien and Aliens are perfect fucking movies. Everything after it just progressively gets worse as it goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I hate it. They just do that all the time, though. If something makes a lot of money, they're going to make another one. So, like this one, they took Breakdown and they remade it, and it pretty much sucks.
Speaking of adaptations of books, and then we'll move on to the end, is one of my favorite books and authors, because I have the whole selection back here, is Chuck Palahniuk, wrote Fight Club.
Yeah. David
Fincher did the movie, kept it kind of similar, but changed a lot, and it vastly improved the book. So whenever people go, the book's better, I don't agree. I think Fight Club movie is way better than the book.
I need to read that still.
It's good.
I got it. I got it the other day.
I think the movie version's better.
Yeah, I watched that movie again too.
I haven't watched it in a while.
I haven't watched it in a while. I saw it in theaters. That was awesome.
I'll tell you one that pretty much fucking blew it, and I wouldn't mind seeing somebody else take a stab at doing the dark half, because I really liked that book. I did not like that movie. I didn't like the movie.
With Timothy Hutton?
Yeah.
How can you hate Timothy Hutton?
Did not like that movie.
George Romero directed it. He's not awful.
It looked and felt very cheaply made.
Well, there ain't George Romero.
Those old and early Stephen King movies.
Yeah.
Just so cheap.
You know, I rewatched not too long ago was Needful Things. I actually kind of enjoyed it. It wasn't that bad. Yeah. It was pretty good. Directed by Charlton Heston's son, which I didn't know at the time. Yeah,
and Ed Harris. You got Max von Sydow. You got
J.T. Walsh, who was great.
What's that girl's name?
Bonnie Bedelia.
Yeah, thank you.
And then Christopher Plummer's daughter, Amanda Plummer. They have that. Yeah, she's in there. They have that great fucking fight scene between two chicks, where it's like a knockout, fucking drag out fight between two chicks. It's fucking brutal, and they kill each other at the same time with like two hatchets. It's so fucking funny.
They hang a dog.
Yeah.
Hey, isn't Amanda Plummer the girl that's at the beginning of Pulp Fiction?
Yep.
I'll execute every last motherfucking one. I loved her lines so much. She was great.
If any of you pieces of shit move, I'll execute every last one of you motherfuckers.
I guess she's like a super respected actress. Yeah. She's a theater guy. I think she's won like 75 Tonys. She's gotten all the awards for acting, and no one even knows who the fuck she is.
She did a great job just with that little bit in Pulp Fiction, man.
Is it just her and Doogie Howser that has all the Tonys, or what?
I guess.
That's it?
Yeah, pretty much. That's it. And Nathan Lane.
Oh, Nathan Lane.
And Matthew Broderick. Those four. That's it. That's the only four that have all the Tonys in the last 20 years.
Well, Broderick has one for every Irishman he's killed.
Yes, exactly. I never forget. Never forget, Ferris Bueller killed 2 Irishmen.
Damn you, Ferris. Don't say Ferris.
Ferris Bueller's manslaughter.
Oops. Ferris Bueller is love.
Okay.
Bueller.
Okay, let's get into a wrap-up here. So, as far as ratings go, Adam, you chose the last episode with Breakdown with Joseph Cotton. We appreciate it. That was a great episode.
Mm-hmm.
I just randomly decided, hey, let's do the revisit.
I wanted to see what they were going to do with it. Yeah.
Yeah. So as far as remake of that goes, how do you feel about it? You were kind of giving your score earlier, but let's.
Yeah, I don't hate the episode because, like I said, there are some things that I kind of enjoy. I didn't think this one felt like. You know how we were talking earlier, how a lot of TV shows in the 80s felt like they were shot on set, the lighting's all weird and everything. I didn't get a lot of that out of this. At least it felt like a movie, so I applaud that much for it. There were certain subtle things that they did that I thought were kind of cool.
Who's being arrested? Oh, Adam's frozen now.
Oh, no, it feels like something's like whistling.
That's me.
Singing in the background.
Is that you?
Okay.
Sirens.
Are you being arrested?
No,
We
but
got you, man.
the
They
street,
want-
the
they want all
street
the fucking
behind
coke
me,
you got.
the street behind me is a real bad spot. So
I was gonna say,
Little-
did they get the election results or something? Are they
Good
rioting already?
ticket. Come on out. The little boy has talked to us. Get out of here. We have you surrounded.
you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing.
There were certain things that they did to try to extend the tension a little bit, but I think it kind of overstayed its welcome. Like I said, that little thing they were doing with I call it the tetanus drill, that they couldn't get the fucking thing started. I kind of liked that, but they the acting was okay at best. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but the way they wrote the character sucked. So since I don't hate it, I got to give it a low 6. It's a 6. It didn't make me mad. It's what you expect from a remake. Just like, whatever. We're going to forget about this by tomorrow. Probably about an hour from now, we'll forget everything we saw.
The original is going to stick with me, but this one is
the original one is unnerving, and I watched that. I've never seen that episode until like a week ago when I watched it. I'm like, holy shit, the guys might actually like this, and you did. You liked it. You actually appreciated it, and I'm glad that you did, because I got a little worried that maybe I just like shit that sucks. But
I was going to say I had seen this episode before.
You saw this one first?
The original one first, a long time ago.
Okay.
So I had seen it
never
before.
It was, the original one was unnerving. This one here removes all of the tension by making this guy an unlikable asshole and going way out of their way to spell things out. There's a lot of like not enough show and more tell, and it's unnerving.
You know what's gone? Filmmaking.
Well,
gone.
that's the beginning and the end. You can see where it's like advertising directors started to take over and advertise. It's like, what? How can we market this? How can we market this to the audience? Who's the audience for this?
If you guys have seen my Facebook page recently, but I changed my cover photo. It's one of those pictures of the Hollywood sign on fire, and I just put a sentence that says, "Look, it's not like we didn't warn you." Period.
Right.
You know? I mean, it's literally we watched all this shit happen in slow motion. We're like, no, don't stop, and they don't stop. They just keep going. They misunderstood what we said. Is don't stop. Fine, we'll keep going. Yeah. We're like, no, don't stop. Don't make this anymore. They don't listen.
It's done, and now we're here, and now they can't do anything because they can't go see it in a theater.
And you know what's going to happen, Phoenix? Jordan Peele is going to bring back Alfred Hitchcock Presents, and he's going to remake this episode and make it an allegory for racism or transphobia or something like that.
I'm glad you brought that up, because we're talking about remakes of original episodes. We do eventually, in about a month, maybe 6 weeks, we're going to start getting around to 80s and 2000 Twilight Zone. Which
I remember that being on vaguely, but I don't remember watching them.
I don't either. I watched a couple of them of the 2002 whatever version, and it's awful.
I think that was one of those things that we just dismissed it early on as this ain't the same. We kind of walked away from it. I think we're gonna have to watch Amazing Stories instead.
Yeah, we got to watch another one of those.
Yeah, those are good. Yeah,
Jordan Peele started with the new version. He only did one remake, and it was different enough. It's my favorite episode of the series. So. Yeah, we got that or two. Dick,
which is
rating
nice
for this episode.
I would say 6.3428 It's all right. Like I said, it's fine. The twists, I give it a gold star for trying to be different and twisty, but it just doesn't work. So it falls flat. But whatever, it's fine. I'll never watch it again.
No, I might watch the original again.
Yeah, I'd watch the original again. Yeah,
it's fun. I'd be fine like bringing people over and be like, let's watch this episode. It's fun.
Yeah.
This one I will bury in a deep dark hole and won't have to watch it. It's like, just don't bother. Just watch the original.
They'll go in that bottomless pit with his Whoopi Goldberg nude photos.
He has those. He showed them to me once.
I can't tell you where. He's got the pictures. I knew it.
One of these days, I need to show you how to use the stock cam button.
Whoop it.
Those don't exist.
No.
I will also give it a 6. It's real low, like Adam was saying, like almost 5, but it didn't bother me. It didn't. I'd say like a 6.1 if I had to go 6, but like barely just over the 6 hump. So,
Yeah.
which isn't bad, but I would rather hate something than kind of be like,
Yeah, it hurts more because it's like you have expectations and none of
Yeah.
them are met. And it hurts even more.
That reminds
you
me.
say that, but when you watch Twilight or Tales from the Crypt, you're like, this is fuck your.
You got so angry at the Frankenheimer episode at the end. Like I was like, oh my god, he's really taking this hard.
Yeah,
It's like it started off going somewhere, and it's just like, oh hey, you know all those things that we could have done? Nah, fuck you. This is what it is. I'm like, well, fuck you too.
You threw your headphones like they were dice.
I was mad. I was angry. I did throw them like that. I was like,
I kind of like that.
Fuck this.
I don't know.
That wasn't a bad. It's not an awful episode, but it's not. I mean, it's
You know
not
what-
good. I mean, whatever.
you know what this episode is? It's like Doritos. Okay, it's like you like Doritos. It has a formula that's delicious. That's not enough. Dorito sales are kind of slow. Let's remake Doritos. Let's make spicier Doritos. Let's make 3D Doritos that are spicy as well. People buy them for a little bit. Yep, that's definitely a spicy Dorito. But originally they go back to the original because that was the one that did it the best.
Yeah.
That's what this is. This episode is spicy 3D Doritos. Fuck it.
I miss 3D Doritos, but also original Doritos are not the best. It's Cool Ranch.
Cool Ranch.
Oh my god, they
I used
still
to,
make those.
dude, I used to love Cool Ranch. I got sick eating them once because I ate them for like 2 days.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
You get a bad batch.
so this episode got a 6 out of the 3 of us. That's pretty good.
It's not
It
terrible.
wasn't terrible. I didn't hate watching it, but I was kind of like,
It's not the worst remake we've seen by
you
by
start
far.
to have these complaints that add up, but it doesn't detract because you're kind of. I think if we didn't watch the original, I would have hated this more, which is weird.
Hey, at least it's not You Might Also Like from Twilight Zone the remake. Twilight Zone 2019.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You Might Also Like.
So no, no, you're talking about. So let's move on. Let's not talk about that at all. Jake, did you watch that yet?
I'm so glad I'm not part of the Twilight Zone new
yeah.
show.
It's already
we
over.
did that. We got
Yeah,
through
no,
it.
yeah.
Can you watch that one episode
Yeah.
and then you'll know our pain? That episode
Yeah.
is. It's
Just so
the
we can
worst
talk
thing-
about how bad something can be. That's
It's-
like
It's
remake.
Oz Perkins directed it.
Okay, yeah.
It is so fucking stupid and insulting that it felt like it. I would have rather watched a Twilight Zone porn parody with 3 men, like all
I
3 of
almost
us.
felt like that.
Show. I think that would have been better.
That's shocking. You think Oz Perkins would do a better job?
Nope, I'm going to say it right now. I think Oz Perkins is a terrible director. I've
Really?
seen 2 movies that he's done that have just been awful. And
You didn't like Blackcoat's Daughter, or
I
Blackcoat's
did not
Daughter?
see that one. I
What's
saw Gretel and Hansel, and I saw You Might Also Like, and I'm like,
He
no,
seems like a good director if he's not controlled by a studio like Blackcoat's Daughter. Blackcoat's Daughter, he did a really good job with.
And
seems like
this
he's-
is the House of Horror I Live In, or whatever. The one with
Here's the thing. He seems like he's way more controlled by his Twitter account, if you know what I mean, and I think you do.
oh, he's a Twitter guy. He likes to talk a lot on Twitter.
I think he's one of those guys that likes to get people behind his back and support him for his politics or whatever.
Oh, really? No, he's not.
I get that vibe off him big time. Because all the things that I liked about Gretel and Hansel were cinematography, of which he had nothing to do with. None of that was him. It was a completely different guy. So
I'm curious how many episodes of Alfred Hitchcock Presents from '85 are remakes versus original ideas.
I would say they're all remakes.
are they really?
I'm gonna say they're all remakes.
I don't know.
upset now.
There was a great original Alfred Hitchcock episode I remember watching. It's about this guy who's an asshole. He's driving up a hill,
And
something like that.
he's dead.
No. The
Okay.
ambulance is trying to get around him. So like he gets
Okay.
in the way of the ambulance. Yeah, exactly. And then I guess the twist is he's in the ambulance next.
Oh, he's
And
in.
he needs the ambulance to save him. Justice is served and he dies or whatever, something like that. It's one of those episodes. Those comeuppance episodes.
That's a Bloodhound Gang song.
Yes, it is.
Called I Hope You Die. Or one of the first, I think the first lyric is, "I hope you flip some guy the bird,
Yeah.
left you off, and you're forced to swerve in front of."
Yeah.
And he says a bunch of shit. I hope you crash, and then you go to prison for killing people, and then you're getting raped, and the guard walks by, and you're like, "Please help me," but he's like, "But the prison guard's the guy you flipped the other day," so he doesn't.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Keeps walking.
Now show them them titties.
That's a different song, but same album.
Fuck you for blow. Fuck me for blow.
Yeah, that's where I feel like that this episode messed up, man. Because like the original, it's like he becomes the guy that he's shaming at the beginning of the movie. He's like, that guy's weak. He was crying.
Right.
And by the end of the episode, he's crying because he
Yeah.
now knows how that guy feels. Revenge is served in a tasteful way. It was generally perfectly done. This one's just like, gotcha. The twist is Andy Garcia is going to cut you open now.
I don't know if he's feeling everything though. So if he's not feeling it, you're kind of like,
You don't care. It's like,
I don't
fine,
care
cut him up. I
either
don't
way,
give a
but-
shit.
I ain't care either way. Yeah.
It's like you're on national TV in the 80s. What are you going to do? What are you
Yeah.
really going to show me? You ain't going to do shit. Do
not
it.
like,
Exactly.
I dare you, 80s NBC.
I dare you to show blood squirting up and you
Show
drilling
some
into
John
somebody.
Hurt dong dropping on the bottom of his little robe.
I don't
I'll
want to see
fucking
John
watch
Hurt
it.
dong.
I know where
No,
Macaulay Culkin came from now. Came from that sack right there on screen.
no,
Good job, NBC. No, nothing. It's
Macaulay Culkin hatched out of an egg. That's a true story.
it's like someone cut the balls off Scarface. That's what you're watching here in this episode.
Yeah.
All I have is my ball. Oops.
Make a
All
home.
I have in this world is my. No, I got that
Never
either.
mind. All right, well, continue Andy Garcia as Oscar Isaac as Al Pacino in the Scarface TV story.
That's just a confusing,
Calling me after the
confusing day on
Mexico
the
game.
set.
Okay, so
Jesus.
next week, Dick has chosen his top tales.
Oh,
So, which is 305 top billing.
okay, yeah, let's do it.
John Lovitz. What do you mean? Well, you act like you're surprised. You're the one that chose it.
I'm surprised that you're actually going to do it.
I told you 5 weeks ago we're going to do it.
I know. You're right. It's
So,
been a
Adam,
long 5
You're
weeks.
excused from next week.
Thank you.
Let's get it out of the way.
Bye.
Adam will be here.
Oh, you're going to miss a good episode, Adam. That's stupid.
You keep no, I don't want to hear Adam bitching about Tales of the Crypt anymore. Adam, you're excused from next week. If you want to be here, you're more than
Godspeed.
welcome. If you don't want to be here, just don't. It's
I
fine.
just mute my mic the whole time. Just sit here and make faces. I'll just be like,
No, do George C. Scott in that movie where his daughter gets banged by a bunch. What's that movie called, Dick?
what?
Which one?
Fucking
George C.
movie
Scott
you
was
talking
watching
about?
the movie going,
Hardcore.
Hardcore.
Hardcore. Yeah.
He's watching
best-
it. His daughter gets in the porn, and he's watching the film, and he's just going, ah!
Turn it off! Turn it off! Turn it off! Now the best thing is they took that was a great internet bit for a while where they would take bad trailers of movies, like they took Revenge of the Sith, they put it on, George C. Scott would watch it, and he'd be going, and then Jack and Jill. So there's a Jack and Jill one where George C. Scott's watching the Jack and Jill trailer, and it's reactions from Hardcore, and it's brilliant, just brilliant.
You guys remember that movie Firestarter with Drew Barrymore?
Oh,
and
God,
George C.
yeah.
People
Scott?
a lot right now.
George C. Scott is one of those cartoon parody level villains with the fucking eye patch.
Oh, George C. Scott is fucking good in anything.
I'm gonna kill you, little girl.
I did one of my episodes of Nick Cage Cast.
Oh,
I used a clip from 8mm, which is almost a shot-for-shot remake of that scene from Hardcore, where Nick Cage is going, ah.
yeah.
But I used that, and I put my stuff on the screen, so he's going, ah, like to my own stuff. But
Nice.
here we go. Let's, real quick, before we head out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I got to
Turn it off. Turn it off.
Let me unmute it.
Turn it off.
Keep in mind, he's watching his daughter get railed.
If you want to do another good one too, Phoenix, there's that part in The Changeling where it just shows him just laying in bed crying. You could do that one too. He's just
Another great George C. Scott movie.
Oh, The Changeling is wonderful.
I
fucking
love
that
Changeling.
one.
That's a good one.
Turn it off.
You need to clip that and end every podcast with that.
Oh my god.
Oh, I love him.
Turn it off.
Maybe I will. This will be our outro.
Yep, do it. Clip it.
Oh fuck.
Oh man, that was great. That was fucking great.
Yeah.
George C. Scott, I miss
It's a
him.
great movie. Hardcore is a great movie.
I never seen it. I never even heard of it before.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Cruising, Hardcore. Those are the two like weird
I'm
movies
surprised
that
'cause
exist.
you
for that
fuckers
era.
know I watch a lot of movies. I'm always fucking
Yeah.
talking about
Cruising
referencing shit.
is Al
Never saw
Pacino
that.
goes undercover in the S&M bondage of like New York City. It's like 1971.
Gay club
it is-
scene. Yeah.
It is. You'll see a lot of dicks.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I think it's written by. It's not Paul Schrader's script, is it?
No, I
Those
thought
are
it was. I thought it was
No, I looked that up. No, William Friedkin directed Cruising, but I think it's written by Schrader, and Schrader directed and wrote Hardcore. Wait, I gotta look it up. Hold on. This is gonna bug me.
So I thought Milhouse did that script.
While
Is that
he's
what it
looking
was?
for
I
that,
thought so, but you're probably right. But
I don't. Well, I could be wrong. 'Cause now my phone's not even fucking working. So whatever.
I have it right here. Just 1 second.
speaking
Okay.
of dongs, you guys know how much of a David Bowie fan I am, right? And I read
Yes.
a book about him once that said that The Man Who Fell to Earth was like the best performance he'd ever given in a movie. So naturally, me being a big David Bowie fan, I need to see this movie. Blind bought this movie on video cassette, watched it. I never seen so much dong in my entire life. It was a 70s movie, and Rip Torn is in it. And I swear to God, every actor that is in this movie is naked for at least 3 or 4 minutes. In every
That's what I
fucking-
hear.
So you see Rip Torn dong, and David Bowie dong, and anybody else is in the movie, you see their dongs too. It's rough.
Okay, so William Friedkin did write Cruising.
What's that?
William Friedkin wrote and directed Cruising.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is weird because it's like William Friedkin. Are you gay? It's very strange.
Panic in Needle Park was no. Okay, so that's
That I'm
No,
not
that's not.
watching.
That's not it.
no. I
I know
know.
what that
I'm
one's
curious if
about.
that was what we're thinking of, but it's not.
No, Al Pacino movie.
Yeah, I'm going off other Al Pacino movies around the same
Oh,
year.
what was the question? What was the question asked about it?
If we're talking about Milhouse or Schrader, but
Oh,
neither-
you mean Milius?
Yeah.
Milos Forman or
Walter Slowcheck. John.
Oh, John Milius. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah. No, yeah, it's the same
Oh.
era, but the 70s he was doing like Dillinger, and he didn't really do those sex weird movies like Cruising and Hardcore.
I was
I
watching.
appreciate the 70s, but sometimes it's like, nah, that's enough. Stop it.
It's pretty gritty, some of it.
I don't want
I
to see more dongs.
Adam, if you're ever curious, because I was watching the end of the last half of Big Lebowski today, because I watch that movie all the fucking time. But I was watching, and my girlfriend walks in. She's like, "What are you watching?" Big Lebowski. It's one of my favorite movies. Just deal with it. Fucking love it.
Was it the urn scene? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's where she walked in. But
Oh God.
look at this.
Yeah. Walter Sobchak. It's $183.
Here's the thing with that movie. You know how you feel about Jaws? Like you understand why people like it, but you yourself don't get it? That's the Big Lebowski for me. I don't get that movie. I've tried to get it.
It's
I don't
brilliant.
understand it. I'm not really a big Coen Brothers fan. It's
Well,
just a
yeah.
little over my head.
Yeah, I'm a Coen Brothers guy. I don't know how they got they took that weird blockbuster turn where they're making like giant hits. Like
I don't get
True
it either,
Grit
dude.
made a
It's
bunch
just-
of money.
Yeah, okay, that time frame that we were talking about,
Yeah.
I would think the Coen Brothers would have came into their own during that time frame as well.
Yeah.
It's just let's have actors in the movie doing random things, and that movie's just a little too random for my taste.
Like I've seen Big Lebowski is pretty random, but it's good. I mean, I like
I
it.
don't think there's
It's-
anything random in that movie.
Well, it's all well written. It's a well written script. It's all
I don't know.
set up and pay off the whole fucking movie.
It's just
Yeah.
not my thing. I've tried. It's one of those ones I want to like it. I just can't. I can't get into it.
It's-
I don't get it.
It reminds me of like a script of like Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the same caliber.
I see
Yeah.
those movies. I love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The script for Big Lebowski is about the same thing where it's set up. to pay off.
I think those those Edgar Wright movies are a lot more tightly edited than maybe.
Well, they got more heart too. There's more of a humanity to them. Where Big Lebowski, there's not humanity to it. It's more just goofy, funny.
It's people getting themselves into ridiculous situations, and the situations get so ridiculous that it just loses me.
Well, it's more or less why I love it is the performances.
Yeah,
It's
I can get that from a Tarantino movie though, and I like those better, and I usually know what's going on in those.
I prefer
movies.
Coen Brothers 50 times over Tarantino.
I'll take Tarantino anytime. That's my matter of taste. Yeah.
I don't care about the Tarantino characters. I'm never like, oh, he died. You're not.
No.
Watching
I just like the way he takes like the A-list actors and gives them the B-list roles, and then takes the actors you haven't heard of since like for fucking 40 years and makes them the star of the fucking movie. That's great. I love that shit. Robert Forrester, and fucking Pam Grier and Jackie Brown.
I think that's my favorite. That's my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie.
It really is. That's an underrated fucking classic. Yeah.
Oh yeah, go. Sorry.
No, we need to go. Next week we are watching Top Billing 305 of Tales from the Crypt. After that, we're going back to the wheel, be it this one or be it the digital one, but we're gonna go random. Dick, you can go first because you kind of got skipped because you're choosing this.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
You'll have your random one, and then I don't know. Adam and then me. Sound
that's
good?
Fine. Yeah.
Unless Nick comes back, yeah.
Well,
he will.
The guest won't really pick episodes unless it can be on two in a row.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If Nick can be on 2 in a row, that'd be great. But yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah. Adam, where can people find you?
www.RaidersLostFlix.com. I review and spend a lot of time talking about bad, sleazy, old drive-in movies that you might have forgotten about. Join us. We talk about that.
Frank just said he's been on a shuffle of Nirvana's entire catalog since yesterday.
Oh my God! He's gonna shoot himself in the head.
No, Dick. We hated the episode so much and we're so bored by it that we just made it at a point to reference almost every single Nirvana song in the podcast. Yep. We still covered it. Yeah. I think we did a good job of covering it and still talking about Nirvana songs. So
that episode was a piece of shit. You should watch it though. That was probably one of our best ones. At least I think so.
Yeah.
Those guys had me laughing so hard my sides hurt.
Dick, any plugs?
No.
Plug any dicks?
Whatever.
I should start saying that. Plug any dick.
Yeah, plug a dick.
Plug
my dick.
Richard Pierce.
Would you plug a Harry Andy Garcia, Dick?
With your probably. Okay.
What about John Hurd?
No, God, no.
If you walked in a prison in South America and John Hurd is there, cannot move, but is aware on the table, on the slab, would you still fuck his holes?
Well, that's a tough question.
I'd do Andy Garcia. He's a sexy man.
No. I'd rather fuck John Hurd than Andy Garcia.
No, I'll take Andy Garcia.
I feel like Andy Garcia's not going to appreciate it. He thinks he's better than what he is, so he's going to be like, "I could be fucking Cindy Crawford."
But he's a Latin lover. He's going to be kind and warm.
Yeah, he's not Latin. His name is Garcia.
Yeah, he's like Spanish or something.
Like I walk into a room and I say I fucked Andy Garcia. They're gonna say, "Oh," Walk in and say I hugged John Hurd. Everybody's gonna be like, "Huh? Who? What? The guy from Home Alone?" So.
He's clearly Italian. That's why he keeps. Why does he keep Italian? Because of his hair. His name's Garcia. He's clearly not. I don't know. Andy Garcia is weird.
It's like he's like you say. He's trying to do the Al Pacino thing where he plays Latino and Italian roles.
Yeah. It works with Al Pacino. Not. I fucking hate. I can't stand. Why can't I think of the name of it? The Al Pacino. The Cockroacha. What's
Scarface?
I can't stand Scarface.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm glad you said that because I think that movie's
it's overrated. Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah.
Carlito is way better.
Michelle Pfeiffer in Scarface though.
Yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer in Scarface is a 10.
Oh, Michelle Pfeiffer in anything, man. That's a beautiful woman.
I was watching Wolf the other day. She's really good in Wolf.
Oh God, plugs. Let's get out of here. LIWstudios.com, LIW Anthology Pod on Twitter, LIW the other one? LIW the TZ Review for Twilight Zone. We also do those on Tuesday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern. Until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Dick-dick-ot.
Because drugs are bad.
Adam Wilcox.
Let's go.
So long, citizen.
Bye.